all my life. I'm back. Now obviously most of the videos have been focusing quite rightly on teddy bear recently, so today's video is just a selection of clips from the last few days. I'm actually out with Annie at the moment. For a change, I've not videoed any of the ride other than what I'm videoing right now, but hopefully you'll find some of the other clips quite interesting, and it gives you a bit of a catch up of what's going on here and what everyone's doing. Back home from Yorkshire, we just got back in time for Bailey to go off and do his auditions for pantomime this year. It's Hansel and Gretel, so he's busy doing that right now. Holly was a bit sick on the way home. I think she ate too many Percy pigs, but luckily she felt a lot better by the time I dropped her off. But my first little job was to come and give Hoitsy Poitsy a cuddle and a scratch. He's wanting his back legs itching, as he always does. I'm not quite sure what you've done with Mr. JB. Hey, where's little Mr. Jubbers? Is he hiding somewhere? Hol and I were joking on the way back. She's been on at me for ages about getting a Mrs. JB, because we were talking about the possibility of getting JB over to see Bear, to give him some company, but it's unfortunately not as easy and as straightforward as it may sound. So I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. But then that got us onto the subject of getting a little Mrs. JB. But that's something for another day. I think we've got enough on at the moment, haven't we? Hey, yes. Would you like a Mrs. JB as well? Right, do you want me to come in and scratch your legs? I'll do that. But what a beautiful day we've got here. It's absolutely stunning. I've also just had a chat with Philip about our grass and when we're going to cut that, because he's cut his own fields. But I think I'm quite happy, having looked at it a couple of days ago, that it could do with another week or two of growth, because it's not quite as long as I'd like it to be for making their haylage. But hopefully the sun will stay with us and we'll get that done very soon. Right, I'll come in and scratch your legs. Come on, Chubbers! You've got to love the little guy. I gave him a shout, he had a scream, and he's coming down to say hello. Meanwhile, I'm looking at this paddock and absolutely horrified by all the weeds in it. So I think I'm going to get the strimmer out this afternoon. Hello, little man. He's got his old fly sheet on because the new one that he's got, the belly is a little bit long. So I need to do a little bit of stitching on it just to make the belly a bit shorter. Hello, gorgeous boy. Hey, where's that little face? There it is. You little handsome. How are you doing? Hoyts is scratching his legs again because he wants me to go back and scratch them. Oh, look at that big yawn. Are you having a sleepy Sunday? Yeah. Oh, little Jubbers. Hey, little man. Hello. Wait, so that's not good. Nobody wants to see up your nose. Are you done yawning now? Hey, handsome. I've got some extra treats in the car for you. I'll go and get them. So because I said I wanted to strim, and that's usually Tamara's job, I'm actually very privileged that she's allowing me to use her strimmer. And I'm even happier because she's giving me the blade, because I really don't like the string, because it's such a faff to have to keep lengthening it. So I get to use the blade. But Tamara's really unhappy because she can't strim today because she's not feeling very well. So what with Holly being sick in the car, Tamara's got the lurgy, Bear's got a bacteria, you know, I think Frey's okay, and I feel all right. But yeah, unfortunately, we did have some really sad news, that little Damson, don't know why, but she's done exactly what Astra did, and unfortunately she lay down and she went to sleep and she hasn't woken up. So we still got Connie, the old girl, how she keeps going, none of us know. She's as tough as old boots, and we've still got Pfizer, and we've still got Zeneca.
We haven't got Wilson either.
No, that's other bad news. You see, there's me trying to make this video cheerful, but it's the ups and downs.
It's the behind the scenes.
It is, but you know, with Wilson, Tamara's got loads of video, and he had such a lovely time. And we don't know that he's gone. We don't know for sure. So Wilson was in the cage, which Tamara got especially for him, didn't you?
Yeah, and the idea was that the doors were left open so he could fly in and out, because I didn't want to keep him in a cage. That, yeah, he was just going to fly in and out.
And he was doing that. He'd been doing it all afternoon. He was flying on and off your shoulder. He flew on Bailey's shoulder.
Yeah, first time for Bailey.
Yeah, and then Mum went out into the garden and found a big black feather. So I think that it was one of his parents that came along, left a big black feather and took him off. Because if a cat had got him or something else, then there would have been lots of feathers on the ground. He had learnt to fly.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. I like to think of the nice things, and he's up there flying around, and one day Tamara will be walking around the farm and all of a sudden a big fully grown Wilson will come down and fly onto her shoulder. But you know, you saved him and you gave him a really nice start.
For his brief life, he was loved.
Yeah, and he was ready to move on. He was ready to go and fly the nest. Yeah, so let's think positive, Tamara. Just because you're feeling poorly and sorry for yourself, you have to think positive. He's out there somewhere, or she. Who knows? He or she.
Wilson is gender neutral.
Yes, a bit like Bailey.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to strim now. That was quite a satisfying job this evening. Just put Jubbers back down here. Wheats has been waiting for him. It'll be somewhere up the top. Oh, what's he answering him back? There's Hoitzer, coming down for his buddy. I can't tell you how excited I am that this area is going to get started in the next few weeks. Oh, look, reunited. If you saw Frey's Frey Day video, then you'll know that she did a great job cleaning out one of the stables on Saturday while Hol and I were away. And then she has just pressure washed the front yard here. And so I've just finished it off and finished off tidying up in Bessie's barn and clearing all the lime plaster that was left on the floor off so that Michael can come in and get it all levelled out, ready for when the rubber matting goes down. So 2 very satisfying jobs this afternoon. Happy Monday, everyone. They'll appear over the horizon in a minute. There we go. Morning, boys. Jubbers, you know I'm going to take you away. Get it while you can. Well, today we've got a super hot day and the flies and the clegs are driving them all insane. I've got little Nero here hidden under his mask. So everybody's coming in today for a rug change, a good old fly spray. We'll be getting fly cream around their faces and just resetting all their rugs. You know, we don't get that many really hot days, but when we do, it's quite uncomfortable for them. So they're all having a nice cold shower. Little Uber, or Freya's weirdo, is in. He's had a cold shower and been sprayed. He's just having his rug washed. And he's been having a good old squeal with Hidda. That's the first 2 freshened up coated in fly spray with their rugs reset. There's Uber there and little Rainbow Boy. I've decided that I'm going to put them out in what's called Muddy Pool, just because there's a few more trees down there right by the beck and they can go and shelter under there, which will be a little bit nicer for them than the field they're in right now. Won't it, Uber? So that's Uber nearest to us, Nero behind him. And this field, there's a lot more grass in here. So Jodie might not be happy with me because Iceman might get a little bit tubby. But they often go to those trees over there and they can actually stand in the beck there and just shelter from the clegs. It's a nice field, this one, in the summer, but in the winter it gets very, very boggy. Whether you can see, but just under Uber's jaw there, he had a little lump that formed, and he's actually had a little abscess in his jaw, which has erupted now. So we've just treated that this morning. Got some cream on it just to help it come out, put warm compress on it, which helps it to drain. And this is why it's important, you know, to look at them every day and have your hands over them. As I say, we call it pampering, but it's important to see, you know, if there's any little problems that are arising, whether it's through their legs, in their bodies, around their heads. You know, you can check them from a distance, but you can't beat running your hands all over them. Now it's the girlies' turn to come in, all huddled in their favourite spot, where they can at least use their tails to swish the flies off each other. That's Inna on the right. She'll have her own new rug put on today. And then we got Micah. Damson. Hello girlies. There's Nikki News. There's Shalkia with the fly mask hanging off. Yodel, Maybelline and Renska. Oh girlies, you're all hot. Hot and bothered by the flies. Can't win. It's not raining. It's too sunny and there's too many clegs and flies. But we'll get them all feeling a lot more comfortable today. Oh, Xiao Xiao. That's Inna. She's had a nice cool wash down after a little session in the arena. She's been coated in fly spray and now she's going to have her new bug rug on. There you go, Inna. You won't need to feel like the odd one out now because you've got matching fly rug. You're a very pretty girl, aren't you? She is very regal looking, aren't you? You're a very smart, very intelligent mare. Even if you are a little bit quirky. Quirky's always good. I don't do this very often, sit out in the field, but I've come down to feed. And I've got the easy option today because we've only got 3 of them out here. Wren, Yodel and Zhao. So it's not as chaotic as it is when they're all out here. I thought I'd just sit here and wait for them to finish munching so I can take their bowls back up. We've got Hazel in, Jodie in. Unfortunately, Hol had to go home. She wasn't very well. She'd been a bit poorly coming back from Rainbow yesterday. Came in this morning, but she was feeling poorly, so I ran her back home. So we've had a pretty quiet day in terms of what's been going on. It's all just been about getting all their rugs off, getting them Covered in more fly spray, resetting their rugs, doing all the treatments for anybody who needed it. And I'm gonna go and spend the rest of the afternoon in the office. There's lots of planning to do. Brought round the script so that you could see which part you got. What part have you got?
Wally.
Excellent. Are you happy?
Yes, definitely. That's amazing.
So go on, tell me a little bit about Wally's character.
Well, to quote from the script, they're quite a simple Simon. They're not very bright, kind of. But yeah, they're quite a funny character, so yay.
Excellent, well done. Look, we got a little visitor in the barn. I usually see one of the cats when I come out late at night. But tonight we've got a toad. What do you think, Hidda? You got a little toad in here for company. Where are you going, little guy? I don't know why I'm assuming you're a boy. He's quite big. Floppy doo, what do you think? Are you not going to bed? You can go into bed. Morning, everyone. What's the day today? Is it Tuesday?
Yeah,
Look, we got a whole feeling better. She was a bit poorly yesterday, weren't you?
she was.
Yeah, poor Hole had to go home.
I hold it up to go.
But you're looking much better today.
I am.
Yeah. So you missed the hottest day.
I did, yeah.
So you didn't get to top up your tan.
No.
No. Anyway, we've got another nice warm day. If you're squeamish, I strongly suggest you look away now, because it's not very pleasant. I'm going to show you this. Isn't that disgusting? And this, which is Hidda's sarcoid. So I've just been giving that a clean up this morning, and a big lump of it has fallen off, but I suspect that we need to have another little band put round it, don't we, Hidda? Hey? To get that last bit, because it doesn't look like it's going to fall off on its own. But it's good that the bulk of it is off, and he's not massively sensitive on it, but it's just this larger bit here that it probably needs another one of these bands around it. But as you can see, Hidda's happy enough. He loves being up here at the yard, just mooching around. He got to mooch around with Ren and with Annie last night. So Ren's up here. She's going to go out on a bit of a ride and lead with Jodie today. So she's going to take little Peppa Pig out with her. And then we've got little Prinsicle over here, who's definitely feeling a lot better than he was. He's still a bit pottery. So Chris is going to have a look at his feet today and just see how that laminitis is looking. Hello, Ren. Are you wanting to put your nose in the camera? There we go. Don't sniff my hands because they've been on Hidda's sarcoid, which isn't nice. Where's Annie? She's mooching around the barn over here. Yep, she's just in there. She was just pestering Hole while she mucked the stable out. Also got Wednesday's birthday boy Uber in, because his abscess under here looks like it's about to erupt. And I'm just again waiting to speak to Sam to see whether it's a dental abscess and whether he might have to have an extraction. Hopefully not. And so he's just going to have a compress with some Epsom salts and warm water just to help it on its way. If you saw Hole's video the other day, you'll know that she was talking about Micah's feet and the fact that they splay out like dinner plates, and that Chris was going to come, as you have today, haven't you?
I have.
And put some quarter clips on, and you can see the difference in the two. So that's going to help stop her spreading out.
Quarter support as well, and help her feet from going over the shoes as fast as they do.
Yeah, because
Grows outwards.
she's only about, she's not even 5 weeks on those, and they've come right over the side. So there we go, Micah. Not that we can see you with your fly mask on.
Blindfold.
Yeah. That's Ren and Mabel out there who've just been out for a ride and lead with Jodie. They've just had a wash down and their fly sheets put back on. But because the flies and the clegs are so bad at the moment, they get so itchy. So they're both having a good old roll. And finishing off their tea. I've got a fun job to do now. I've got my drone out and I'm going to get some images so that Richard McGonigal, who you may remember is doing a lot of the design for us, he's going to get some nice sketches done of what we plan for it to look like so that you can all eventually see what the big dream is all about.
Hi friends, I'm going on a trip in my favourite rocket ship with my favourite splash bag as handcrafted with love by Wendy, and it's got Italian silk inside.
That's very beautiful.
And no, Tracy, you can't touch it.
I don't want to touch it because you'll tell me that I've got grubby little hands.
You do, yeah.
It's flickery lights when I film in here. I don't know whether it comes out on the video, so apologies to anybody who's watching this and it is flickery lights. Look, over here, it's Tuesday, and look, Frey looking beautiful in her summer dress. And we've got all sorts of things lined up on the desk there that she's been doing a Frey admin day. So Frey is coming in an extra day each week now to do just admin, not just Tamara's admin, which she does on a Wednesday, but our admin. So she does a lot of things on the website. She's been updating all the orders, getting shoes ready, heartfelt hugs ready, all to go out. So have you enjoyed your first Frey office day?
Yes.
I don't think if you did a Frey office day, it would be quite as entertaining as a Frey day out on the yard.
I won't be able to film much because, you know, like names and data protection and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. You've done a lot of very essential work today. That is Teddy Bear's Teddy still sat on the side there, and we're going to take him along with all his gifts and cards along tomorrow, because Frey and I will be heading over there tomorrow evening, or this evening if you're watching it on Wednesday, and we'll be doing the live raffle from there, and hopefully it will live stream without any problems, but the picture quality might not be as good. Having sadly lost Damson this week, and we don't think it was because she was overly hot, but
No,
you know that
it wasn't a heat.
Yeah, we don't know exactly. Very conscious that our sheep are getting very hot. Phil, who was going to come along to do them, he's really busy with hay timing. Everybody round here is just absolutely snowed under with work getting their grass in. So I said to Tamara, I'll give it a go with the horse clippers. So that's what I'm planning to do. I certainly can't shear a sheep in 3 minutes or 2 minutes like some of the professionals do. It's going to take me a lot longer, but with Tamara's help.
I can't get a sheep on its back.
No, but I
and
don't
hold
plan.
it
I don't
down.
plan to put them on their back. We're going to do it nice and relaxed. So I've started with Connie, who is over there with her halter on already, and we'll just try and share a little bit on time lapse with you. Are you ready for this, Tamara?
I am not.
Be positive.
I am.
Okay. So Wendy, if you're watching, this is fleece number 1. It's very, very beautiful, even though it comes off the old girl Connie with her little grey highlights. Oh, I zoomed in a bit too much there. But look, that's the first one done. And she was very, very good. I'm not quite sure about the other two, how they're going to be. Isn't that beautiful? Look, even with her silver highlights. Look at it underneath. So silky soft. Wendy's gonna have lots of fun with this. 3 happier sheepies, 1 happier Tamara.
Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears, thank you for the moments